And so at the last minute, we were able to land two special guys who changed the history of UVA basketball. Let's welcome Mamadi Diakite and Kihei Clark.
My boy. Good.
Thanks for coming.
Can't complain.
Gents, thanks so much for coming.
Who here is familiar with Cisco? Mamadi, what you doing with this hair, man? What is going on? What went into the hair?
Hello?
Can they hear you?
Hello?
Yeah, we got him.
Well, I'm gonna keep it. It's a good luck, you know. Yeah.
You may be keeping that because yesterday, Mamadi told me how great of a shooter he was, and I said, Mamadi, we're going to have a shooting contest. If you lose, that hair's coming off.
Well,
so when you guys see Mamadi with the bald head in the middle of December,
he just doesn't
you're
know
going to know
that
why.
I've been working really hard on my shot. So I'm gonna surprise him. And
You guys are the one. What's that?
That color's not it.
You said that color's not it.
That color ain't it.
well, I'm going back blonde very soon, so.
Well, since he doesn't want to talk about it, I'll go to the midget point guard. Kihei, sorry, the tall point guard. What was the reaction when he first came into the locker room with that hair?
I'm not even gonna lie. I actually thought it was all right. It was different.
Yeah.
I already knew what everybody else was gonna say though. That's a Mamadi thing. But I think it looks good. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it looks good.
I did too.
Hey, I wasn't even worried about the guys really. I was worried about Coach Bennett. So when I first walked through the doors, he kind of spotted me. So I put my hood on. I didn't want him to see me. And then I was telling myself, wow, practice is going to be hard today for me. It's going to be on me. Coach Bennett and Coach, Sanchez and all of them. No, I'm sorry, Coach, I love Sanchez too. So. But Coach Willie Ford, who.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Always.
So, Coach Willie Ford? Yeah, Willie Ford. So, Coach told me to take my hood off. And I'm telling you, I was shaking. I didn't know what was going to happen, really. So when I took it off and he saw it, he said, oh, I like it. I was like, all right, cool. If he says he like it, I guess my mom will say okay, too. So.
We're going to talk about, you guys, the play is going to live forever in UVA history.
Yeah.
At some point, you guys maybe get tired of it. Yeah. I'm never going to get tired of it.
Me either.
I can watch that play over and over and over again, knowing what's going to happen at the end of it, and still watching from the missed free throw, the tip out, grabbing the ball, racing down to go get the ball, passing it. I still watch it going, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Are we actually going to tie this game? The ball going through the rim, and I'm going all through watching it. I'm going like this, yes, and it goes through, and I still get so emotionally charged watching that play. Kihei, when you got the ball, did you realize how much time was left?
Yeah, I had a better memory back then, but it was only I think it was 3.8 or something like that when I actually grabbed the ball and I looked.
But did you realize it when you got it?
Yeah. Okay. Not a lot of time left. I was just trying to make a play, and luckily he made the shot, because if he wouldn't have got the shot off on time or something like that, I would have been a bad point guard or a bad player. So luckily it worked out.
Being a freshman and on that stage and all the pressures and everybody's watching across the country, a freshman, you mean to tell me that all you have to say about that is, yeah, I had a little bit of time and I found Mamadi?
I was just trying to make a play. I mean, to be honest, I was just trying to get the ball as fast as I could. You can't really think too much on it. I mean, you just got to go out there and play and make a play, and luckily he made the shot. So
you hit Mamadi in the only possible spot you could have hit him. I played point guard my whole life, right? And like to think that I raised a pretty solid point guard.
Yeah, he's all right.
You hit him in the perfect spot. If you hit him anywhere else, we don't win the national championship.
With one hand.
You realize that?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, were you thinking I gotta hit him here? Or that's where it landed?
I mean, I was just trying to throw the pass as fast as I could. Luckily, it hit him right in the shot pocket, and he could get it off. But yeah, good shot, bro.
All credit goes to you.
Mamadi, when you got the shot, you had the presence of mind not to bring the ball down.
Say that again?
You had the presence of mind not to bring the ball down. You caught it here, and you shot it. Did you know it was going in? Don't lie.
Yes. My only worry was the 7-footer that was in front of me. I didn't want to be blocked, and that's one of that's one shot that I worked really hard on last year.
You couldn't do it again.
I did.
You can't.
I repeated. Someone has I don't know. One of the managers have a video of it.
And what?
Of me doing it again. So it's all confidence, baby.
What was the DMs like after that play?
Well, I looked at my phone. I saw about, I can't even remember, 200 texts.
Yeah.
Wow. And then I put it away. Because I just wanted to enjoy my time, that time, and leave it.
So you didn't get any DMs. I'm assuming you have a girlfriend. Kihei, what were your DMs like during that play?
Nah, I didn't really see my DMs. I cleared all of my notifications. Do not disturb, so I can see all of my notifications.
So I guess Kihei has a girlfriend too. So
No, but listen, here's the thing. Like, people might think, oh, Kihei, point guard, sweet kid. I've been with Ty when I've seen some of your text messages. Where we getting out tonight?
Huh?
Yeah.
You know what's going on?
11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And you're FaceTiming.
Yeah.
I was with him until 2 last night, Mark. So
I'm not even talking to you because you woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. So one of the knocks on you have been your shooting ability. Right. In the tournament, you knocked down 3 huge shots. Gardner-Webb, down 16 points. Right? At the end of the first half, you cut the lead down with a big 3. Oregon, down. You cut the lead down to, I think, 2 or 1.
It tied it.
We was tied, right.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, tied. You hit another big 3 against Texas Tech. Did you work on your shot throughout the season, late in the season?
Yeah, I think just staying around those guys like Ty, Kyle, and Dre, they really put in the work. So just following their footsteps and just wanting to work and be great. You have to work. You got to put in the work to fit in and to just get better as a team. So we did work on my shot a lot.
I don't know.
He was first to work really hard. He had a hard first phase of the season with Ty. That was giving him teaching him a lesson. So at some point, he had to get out of his comfort zone and be the man he is right now.
What most freshmen have to go through.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to go through that as well. I remember your early stages. We all had to go through it.
Yeah, I was dealing with the language barrier too.
Yeah.
Which was a big.
He said he still is?
No.
I don't know if UVA wins without the job you did on Peyton Pritchard. You were at Oregon, shut him down. I think he was 3 for 11, something like that. Jared Harper, who's an NBA player, the job he did, he had like 8 points until he went to the free throw line for a couple of times late in the game.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I don't think we win. I don't think we win. Maybe we do. But what is it about your defense that you take so much pride in?
I think just from a young age, my dad really instilled in me I'm not going to be very tall, so I got to be able to defend just to be on the floor. And if I'm not defending, then I'm going to be on the bench. So I got to be able to play defense. And I don't know, I just a sense of pride just to be able to stop my guy from scoring and just putting my team in the best position to win, to be honest.
That moment when Tony Bennett gives you a high five in the middle of a game, which none of us have ever seen. I haven't seen. Like him actually walk onto the court and give a player, be so emotional, right? He was 5 feet into the court, 10 feet into the court, and gives you a pound. Yeah. As a freshman, what did that mean for you? Did that elevate your level of confidence?
Yeah. It gives me a lot of confidence when you make a big defensive play and you see him get that emotional. It just fires you and it gets your game going. And then just to see the crowd, I mean, we got some of the best fans at JPJ, and
absolutely.
On the defensive side, they get ecstatic, so it means a lot.
we all have our, as fans, we have our personal players that we're connected with, right? We all have our favorite who's. Obviously, the Devons, the guys, the Virginia guys are my brothers, so they don't count. My all-time favorite who, and he knows this, is Kihei. I remember when he first was thinking about coming and then he finally committed, this kid was so happy to be here. You remember us talking in DMs before you even got to the East Coast.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a picture that you posted in 2018 when you first got here, maybe your first game, and you're looking at the camera like this. And I remember looking at that picture and I was like, I rock with this kid. This kid has ultimate heart. I know Coach Bennett. I know Coach Bennett loves that.
Yeah.
Mamadi is rocking a locker room access specialty tee with London sniffing the three that Corey was talking about earlier. Another LA guy. Talk to me, Kihei, and I'm going to get to you, Mamadi, as well. Talk to me about why Virginia. Talk to me about the process that allowed you to come from California, a guy like London who was literally before you. Talk to me about how all of that played a role in you being here and helping us win.
So I was originally committed to UC Davis. I don't know if anybody knows my story, but I was committed to UC Davis, and I played in the EYBL. I had a good summer, and I just wanted to see how high I could play. I mean, I love competition. I wanted to prove to myself and to other people that I could play with the best. So, yeah, just Virginia being in the ACC, great coaches, a winning program, and just a tight-knit family. I could go anywhere in the country for that. And it being in the East Coast didn't really bother me. I know London did it, so I knew what I was getting myself into when I decided to come here, and it was a great decision.
And you broke
my scaphoid bone in my left wrist.
So I was talking to Ethan. I broke my pinky in college. I was talking to Ethan. He said he had to do everything to keep you from allowing you to practice, play. That, yes. I mean, that deserves a round of applause. That's toughness right there. That's toughness, sacrificing, going through an injury, and your trainer literally has to say, no, you cannot play. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I missed a couple practices, my only practices I missed, and then it was just a struggle. I mean, you get to shoot the ball with one hand, but once you get your surgery, you can't sweat really, so that was hard. But then just being able to play with a cast, I was lucky enough not to miss any games. So, yeah, it was tough, but something I had to go through.
I love it. I love it.
I want to go to a moment.
Yep.
You guys are playing Virginia Tech, right? You are D'ing Justin Robinson up. You frustrated him so much that he gets technical foul.
Yeah.
Was there some trash talking going on?
Nah. To be honest, I didn't even expect it to happen. I thought he was. He is a great point guard and calm and cool and collected, but I guess he just lost his cool for a little bit. I guess everybody has their moments, but I mean,
that was a pivotal moment for the season.
Oh, thank you.
Especially against the people over there.
We don't like them.
That's huge. I want to move to you.
Yep.
And you make sure you take care of your point guard this year, always.
I got him.
Forever Link.
I remember a wiry, athletic kid at Blue Ridge.
Yep.
Me, Anthony Gill, Malcolm Brogdon,
Mike Toby.
Yeah. We all came to watch you play at Blue Ridge.
Yep.
And we wanted to get you to come to UVA so bad, and you held out on us,
Well, I was ready. I wanted to come, but I wasn't holding the decision. I had to talk to my family, and I had to have them come over here and see with their eyes what's going on in the culture. So
I want to know, okay, the shot, the championship, there's an expectation not only for this team, but you in particular, and me being one of your older brothers, how do you balance having the opportunity to say, I want to enter my name in the draft, realizing that you could have still went. I believe that you would have been a hell of an NBA player this year, but being mature enough to say, you know what, I want to finish what I started, I want to get better and come back. How do you think you're going to approach this balance between NBA and being here in the moment in college for your last season?
First, all credit to Coach Bennett. He's the reason why I took that decision. I wouldn't have been able to done it if I didn't come to Virginia. I've grown so much throughout the years. And he told me one thing, and that's to put on the switch and to turn it off. So when I'm not on the court, I'm Mamadi, that everyone knows. I want to say hi to you, hang out with you and whatever. But when I get on the court, and I think Corey was at the camp, I'm trying to be the loudest guy. And this guy also knows he gets annoyed that I talk a lot. And I like going at people because I love competition. And basically that's the balance between the two of them to me.
And what were some of the experience that you went through? I remember you and I personally had a conversation during the pre-draft. I was at my house in Atlanta. You got the chance to come by because you worked out in Atlanta. We just sat on my couch and just talked it out. Talk to everybody a little bit about what that process was like, being able to go and test the waters in the NBA.
First, it's hard. I mean, the first couple of workouts were pretty hard. I was new to it, and dudes were going at me. I remember in San Antonio, I told you about it. I said it wasn't my greatest workout, but as soon as I left that place, I understood how to approach each workout. I had to go with the mentality of, okay, I'm a dog, and I'm going to go for your throat. And I'm not going to let you get anything. So, I was meeting people that I knew from college, Mario Shaok in Atlanta, and a couple of the guys that I knew. But as soon as I stepped on that court, I was giving all I got. So...
You guys are missing 4 players from last year.
Yeah.
You now are probably have the longest tenure on the team. You have the longest tenure.
Yeah.
You're the leader. Mm-hmm. You're at least one of the leaders, if not the leader.
Yeah.
What's that been like so far?
I'm trying to set the boundary. I'm trying to be the example. In order for everyone to follow you, you gotta be looking good. Mm-hmm. If not, they won't follow you. No matter if you're 5th, 7th, or 8th years, it doesn't matter, So, but I try to work. Like I just said, I try to show everyone that when I'm on the court, it's all business. Mm-hmm. Off the court, whatever you gotta do to take care of your life, you got school. It's not easy. You got school. You got to take care of your body. You have a lifting session with MC, Mike Curtis, which is our strength and conditioning coach. And in order to balance that, you got to be very much focused, and you have to have a plan for yourself. And if you don't want to mess up, because if you take another route, we've seen guys that didn't end up finishing their career here because, I don't want to throw any names up there, but because they didn't take care of the little detailing things that the coaches were talking about. So I feel like those little detailing things that need to be taken care of, those are stuff that I talk to the freshmen and those who need it about. And to see, and if they don't follow me, they see me doing it, they'll be forced to do it. So.
I was at a practice early in the summer, and you were on a mission. I've never seen you play so well. You were trying to dunk everything on everybody.
I love it. I love it.
Right? I didn't recognize you. Right? What have you done to improve your game, to be ready for this year and next year?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
A lot of things.
We're pros up here, by the way. We're pros up here. We ask great questions.
Okay, I'll take that. I think a lot about back home, the situation there. Not many people get to be in this spot I'm in. Not many Africans, I'll actually say that, get to be in the spot I'm in. So in order to represent, I have to think about all the pain they go through. And not in a bad way, but in a good way, replicate that on the court. And that's the other face of me you saw last time.
You getting in your bag, right?
Exactly. Whatever.
Kihei, I've heard Dre call you Wee. I've heard Kiwi.
Little Wee.
Little Wee, Wee Wee, Pee Wee, Mini Me. What's the nickname?
It started out, I don't know why, they started calling me Kiwi. I don't know why. And then I guess that was too long, so they shortened it to Wee. And then now, that's what the players call me on the team.
I think it's time to get a Wee t-shirt made through Locker Room Access.
I like that.
I think it's time.
TW, can we make that happen?
That'd be awesome.
And Mamadi, if you dunk on someone, that poster will also be on a t-shirt this year. So let's make this happen.
I got you.
Let's make it happen. Fellas, I know Mark's going to wrap up. I personally, from the bottom of my heart, with this weird person behind me, I'm not going to give them the attention that they want. Oh, it's lit! Give me some! I thought that was like a huge human being, just like... I personally, with the baby in the background, want to say thank you on behalf of the guys that came before you, that's worked their butt off, to not know what was going to come. Preparation is huge. You guys have been there before. I don't know how, I don't know where, whether it was practice, whether it was a game and you missed that shot. Preparation is so key, and you guys maximize that opportunity to help everybody that's played here, that's been a fan here, that's grew up here, achieve something that has changed all of our lives. And I personally just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to brag about this university and what we've done in the NCAA.
The 1-2 punch that will live forever in the history of UVA basketball. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Mamadi, one question.
Don't forget about
No, you'll be going bald in November, December, whatever we come back. I need you to do me a favor. Take care of my child who's going to Blue Ridge, my younger son going to Blue Ridge. Make sure you do, all right?
No problem.
You were great with my parents, and I appreciate that. They still ask about you every day, every time I talk to them. So, guys, thanks so much for joining us. You guys are awesome. Best of luck this year. Thank you.
My boy.
We're going to do that soon.
You know I'm going to win.